Yeah, hello everyone. So today we are going to extend our further knowledge on Informatica Cloud Data Quality. So this is Sujit Patel, and again I am back with some additional items on Cloud Data Quality. So let's try to understand today's agenda, and from there we can start. So today we are planning for deduplicate asset matching options. So in deduplicate, in last session we saw different scenario, how the matching is happening in case of different scenario and all. So we have few more options which we need to explore on the same part. So that we will see as part of our first agenda. And second agenda is that in deduplicate asset, we do have consolidation option. So we do have multiple consolidation options. So that we will try to explore all the consolidation options. And in between that, we'll try to do the lab for testing and all, that all those options are working or not working. So we have collected some screenshot so that it will be easy for us to understand. So here we can see in deduplicate asset, we have three options. First is definition. Second is deduplication strategy. And third is consolidation. So in definition, basically we define name and description. In deduplication, we can see here we have selected the objectives. So within the objectives, we do have multiple options as per our data set and as per our record category and all. We can select the appropriate objective. Then if you are selecting individual, you can select individual address, whatever you want. Then there will have the index key. So this index key depends on these objective selections. So once we are selecting the respective objective, then that index key will be generated automatically as per the objectives. And this will help us to find the more appropriate matching records. Then in data local, we have these options. So data local is nothing but it's a population set. So we want to instruct data asset that whatever data set we are going to feed into this asset, so the data set belongs to which country, which kind of populations. So that we will select as part of this data local. Then in performance, already we saw these four different options of performance in our last session. Like we do have custom, fast and less specific, medium and fair results, slow and complete. These four options already we saw in our previous session. So in custom, we can see we have an option to select all these customized options. But in other three, like these three, we don't have any customization options. So in custom, we can select this, even we can select here the deduplicate threshold level also. If this threshold is matching, then only the record will be treated as a similar record. Otherwise, record will be treated as a separate record. In the next type of deduplicate asset, here we have the consolidation. So in consolidation, first one is no consolidation. So in last session, whatever matching kind of testing we did after creating some match data set of address, we try to do some matching, right? But that time merging was not happening. Why? Because by default, the consolidation will be no consolidation. By default, this consolidation tab will have no consolidation option. That means until we are not selecting row-based second or third option, row-based or field-based, then it is not going to create the master record. It will just create the matching record. That means it will create the cluster ID and cluster size. So from the cluster ID and cluster size, we can identify the similar records. But we cannot find the preferred record. Preferred record will only be created if we do the consolidation. And in consolidation, we have to select these two strategy. We will try to understand what is the meaning of these two strategy. So row based means it will do the selection. Suppose if you have 3 records, so it will select 1 record out of these 3 on the different conditions. So the condition is, here we have the theory of this. Row-based consolidation reads the record in an output cluster, whatever cluster that we get after the matching. So it reads the record from the output cluster and selects a preferred record based on the row strategy that is select. Okay. So for that, we will see for row select, we have 3 different options. For row select, in configuration, if you see, we have 3 different options: most data, most field, and model exact. So this is clear. Most data is clear, like which one have the more number of characters, more number of word that will be calculated in the most data. Most field, again, the same thing. Most data means more appropriate data, which had the more perfect data. Most field means which will, all the columns must be filled, must not have null value and all. And model exact means, here we have the theory of model in Informatica Cloud CDQ. The model exact row strategy, when used in consolidation transformation, selects the row with the highest count of most frequent and non-blank value. Most frequent and non-blank value. So in this case, the drawback is that if we select this model exact, so if some value is wrong and it is coming more frequently, then it will select that wrong value because we have selected the model exact. Okay. So we have to be very cautious while selecting this model exact. Your model exact will just see the most frequent record, number of count of records, which is mostly being used multiple times. Although this is wrong, also it will select. So model exact is based on the most frequent non-blank value. Most field means out of multiple